The play on the field, I mean, it's a disaster right now. But there's actually something worse than what's going on the field. And it's just as repetitive as what's going on the field. I am talking about what we are hearing from both DeMeco Ryans and C.J. Stroud after the game. They're starting to repeat themselves. Maybe they're on autopilot. I feel like I heard this so many times last year, and you know what? I actually ran out of time before the show because I found previous examples of these guys saying all of the things I'm about to show to you. But after the game, DeMeco Ryans and his repetitiveness when it comes to talking about losses, this is why I always feel like he's gaslighting me. So this is yesterday after the game. There's two words DeMeco Ryans says here, and it's going to make your blood boil. By the way, though, shout out to the biceps. They look great.
We're close. That's what it is. We're close, but close isn't good enough. So we got to pick it up and find a way to get a win.
We're close. You have 0 red zone touchdowns this year. We're close? You haven't been close to the end zone. 0 for 4 in the red zone. The 2 touchdowns you've scored have been long throws from C.J. Stroud to Nico Collins, the second of which was completely busted coverage. It wasn't drawn up by Nick Caley or anything. I know some people are going to say, well, at the end of the game, the Texans offense did start to move the ball. They just turned the ball over twice in Jaguars territory. That is true. But close? We're talking about close? C.J. Stroud was asked about what DeMeco told the team after the game, and he referenced DeMeco talking about being close.
Fixing the issues. We're really close, and that's the problem. So we just keep, reiterating that we're close, and now it's time to, fix the issues and, be honest with one another. His message is just, we're going to keep having these results if we don't finish and we don't, take care of the ball and just do the small things. There's the effort's there, the physicality. Now it's just the execution.
Not a lot of enthusiasm, essentially repeating what DeMeco Ryans said there, right? Not a lot of enthusiasm there. So if you want to wonder about a disconnect between C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans, when C.J. was asked what DeMeco told the team, and he said, hey, we're close, yada, yada, yada. Did you believe C.J. Stroud talking about the Texans being close? What's that saying, by the way? Close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades, right? Where did that come from? I'm looking this up on the fly. Close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades was popularized by Hall of Fame baseball player Frank Robinson, appearing in Time magazine July 31st, 1973. Meaning of the analogy. In the game of horseshoes, a player scores points for a thrown horseshoe that lands within a certain distance of the target stake. Therefore, coming close to the stake is a legitimate way to score points. Hand grenades. A hand grenade's effectiveness isn't limited to a direct hit. Its area of effect is large enough that a toss that is close to the target can still cause significant damage and be considered a success. The phrase is often used as a response to someone who claims they were close to achieving a goal that was ultimately not met. It serves as a reminder that failure is still failure, regardless of how near one came to success. Okay. So, DeMeco, CJ, maybe we get this from the press conference on Wednesday. What does the saying, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, mean to you? Just a thought. If somebody wants to be a cheeky asshole at the next Texans press conference, you could maybe ask that question. More from DeMeco Ryans, quotes that are giving gaslighting that are also repetitive in nature. DeMeco was asked multiple times about the offense yesterday. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, we're in this thing together, and we got to figure it all out. So we're all in this thing trying to make sure We figure out what works for us. How do we find success on the offensive side of the football, right, to continue to sustain drives and score points. We understand where we are, and we got the guys, got the right people to get it fixed. We just got to get it fixed and play cleaner.
How would you evaluate Nick Caley's performance so far?
Yeah, for our offense, right, overall, we're all in this thing together, right? Of course, we want to play better offensively, right? We all are sticking together. We got to find a way to make sure we figure it out, and we will, because I know we have the right people, right? We got the right staff, we got the right players. We just got to figure it all out, and we got to go show it. It's not me saying it. We just got to go show it, and that's when we'll see the improvement.
We are also in this together with the Texans offense, though. And when I hear DeMeco say we're all in this together, that's a reflection on the entire operation. Nick Caley was the one being asked about at the very end of that. But, okay, your quarterback's making you ask questions. Your offensive line's making you ask questions. Your running back group, I don't know who the best guy is. I guess technically, statistically, they did run the ball well yesterday with a 4+ yards per carry average. I don't know after Nico Collins, who I trust to get open on a regular basis, especially now that Christian Kirk was back. I don't really feel that way about Dalton Schultz, who had a false start yesterday, too. Couple holds and penalties from both Titus Howard and more from Ariante Ursary. A couple of them were picked up, but each of them had multiple penalties. It was a rough day for them. Yeah, we're all in this together, but I mean, how are together all of you fucking up? Like, where is the positives? We're close. We're close. Excuse me? We're close. We're all in this together. By the way, together, we only scored one touchdown, and it was when a Jaguars player shit his pants. Had the brain fartiest brain fart. Like, it was a brain shit. You know? He thought it was just a fart. Oh, God. You gotta change your helmet when something like that goes down. Do you want to continue to hear the Texans talk after the game? Because I got more for you, everybody. DeMeco also pulled a throwback. If you remember Houston Texans coaches talking after the game, you definitely remember hearing this specific line.
Yeah, it all starts, first off, it starts with me, right? I got to clean it up. If we continue to make penalties, like silly penalties, it starts with me. So I got to do a better job of coaching, so we can understand how to play the right way and don't hurt ourselves.
He always sticks his tongue out, too, when he's done talking. This is a random nervous habit. I wonder if he does that while he plays poker. It starts with me. Where have I heard that before? It sounds so familiar. I'm going to go back to another Texans-Jaguars game. This one took place on September 10th, 2017. Take a listen.
Starts with me. Got to do a better job, coaching. I think it starts with me. I think I need to do a better job. I need to do a better job of helping them. I think, again, that's on me. I just didn't do a good enough job. Yeah, I think, again, it comes back to me, like trying to do a better job with these guys. Just comes down to, me making sure that I'm doing the best I can to do a better job. Like I said, it's we got to coach better, and hopefully that'll lead to us playing better.
That was Bill O'Brien, September 10th, 2017, after after Deshaun Watson's first game in the NFL. The game started off with Tom Savage in there, and he got the absolute bejesus smacked out of him. More gaslighty comments that are getting repetitive from DeMeco Ryans after the game. DeMeco said that, and this really blew my mind, when asked about a lack of explosive plays, said this. Here is the head coach of your Houston Texans.
CJ obviously can lead an offense to back on track.
Yeah, we hit an explosive today to Nico for a touchdown, right? We had another one on the over route that we just missed the throw and catch a little bit, so the explosives are there. We got the guys to get the explosives. We haven't connected on as many. I understand that, but we hit one today as well.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowing anyone on the Texans to take credit for an explosive play when the Jaguars corner, I don't know what he was biting on. Nico ran an out and up. It was a nice route, but CJ didn't even do a pump fake on that. Also, it's Nico Collins. If you're Tyson Campbell, why are you biting there? The Jaguars gave the Texans a lot in this game, no more than there. And you can't take credit for an explosive play when the cornerback just completely fucks up. Like, sorry, you can't. I'm not allowing that. That is gaslighting. He's getting asked about explosive plays and, what? One last one from DeMeco Ryans here, who, after the game, was asked if he or this team are discouraged.
Discouraged by the way your team is playing in addition to the 0-3.
Yeah, I am not discouraged by my team, right? We played with outstanding effort today. We played with the resolve to give ourselves a chance to come back and win the game. And again, it's another fourth quarter drive, and that's the first 3 games. So am I discouraged? No. We've been in all 3 ball games, right? We've had opportunities in the fourth quarter, right? 2 times offensively to go and end the game, 1 time defensively, and we didn't make those plays to win the game. So our team is right there, despite how it looks, how it feels. Do we want to be 0-3? No, we don't want to be 0-3, right? But until we play cleaner ball and we find a way to finish and get on the winning side in the fourth quarter, that's when we'll get in the win column.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys.
I mean, here's the biggest problem. It's not just that he's saying, I'm not discouraged. This is maybe unintentional, but when you're talking like that and you're smiling while you say it, which you can see there, this is why you got to watch the show on YouTube at Paul Gallant, on Twitch at Gallant Says, on Facebook at Paul Gallant Sports, on X and Twitter at Gallant Says Pod, on Instagram at Sports Gallant. When he's explaining it to you like that, doesn't it seem like he's talking down to you? He's being a little patronizing. He's being a little condescending. It's like you're laughing. Sir, you should be discouraged. I would be discouraged. I don't give a shit if I believe we got the guys in the roster that can turn this thing around. So DeMeco is getting repetitive with the way he seemingly gaslights us after every single game. So that's DeMeco Ryans. Making matters worse, C.J. Stroud is also starting to get repetitive. And while it's less condescending and patronizing than DeMeco, it's giving sensitive. First, after yesterday's game, CJ talked about how when you start off 0-3, everyone's going to talk crazy.
Everybody's going to talk crazy like they've been doing and have these analyses, and rightfully so. Like, that's NFL. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile.
You give him an inch, they'll take a mile. He says rightfully so there, but I don't believe he believes rightfully so. Give him an inch, they'll take a mile. Well, how about if you give him an 0-3 start? That's more than an inch. Oh, but the games were close. We were close to winning all these games. It was a 1-score game with a chance to win all 3 times. And what's annoying about this specific comment is we literally just heard CJ say that less than a week ago. Here is CJ Stroud after Monday night's loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Everybody's going to talk crazy, and we suck, we this, we that, and at the end of the day, we got to stay together and just mesh well and, be honest, have hard conversations. But, I think right now we need more confidence as an offense at least, just confidently playing better together. I think that's a big thing. We haven't played together, a lot of us, so the more confidence that we build, I think the better that we'll be off.
Everyone's going to talk crazy. He said that multiple times. It's gaslighty and a little sensitive coming off that way. No? Am I crazy? We're all being gaslit. And I think that's the worst thing you can do as a team when shit's going down like this. Ugh. This isn't the only thing that CJ's getting very repetitive with. And this is something that I picked up on because I'm a dork. And after every single one of these games, I go and I grab the Texans transcripts. And I highlight them and stuff. And I write notes. I need a stapler. I got angry Monday and I threw my stapler. And it broke. So I ordered a new stapler. And there's nowhere to staple these papers together. But I go through the transcripts, I highlight, I take notes. There's something that I noticed. CJ has a go-to when talking about a bad performance. And since we've seen so many bad performances since their 5-1 start last year, this is also starting to get annoying. So after yesterday's game, he quoted, I guess, the musical Annie.
Always better than what you think, but when you lose, of course, it's not good enough. So, there's the sun will rise up tomorrow, and we'll be able to go back to work. So that's a positive.
The sun will rise up tomorrow. Hang on a second, guys. I'm looking something up very quickly. Very quickly. Okay. This is what DeMeco Ryans is doing. Maybe, like me, maybe we can come together and bond over this. Maybe, just maybe, we are both fans of musicals. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck in a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, the sun will come out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, I love ya, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Listen, CJ, if you're going to keep on saying this, and we'll go to all the past examples of him doing this, if you're going to sing this, if you're going to say this, sing it. Sing it. Sing it for me. Because here's CJ Stroud saying the sun will come up after the loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The sun will rise in the morning. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, we all get paid a service, to do a job, and, we got to get those jobs done.
Here's CJ Stroud saying the sun will come up tomorrow after he ruined my fucking Christmas by putting up 2 points against the fucking Ravens on Christmas Day.
It's part of life, man. You hit a lot of valleys, and then you have a lot of mountaintops, and it's cliche, but, they say there isn't, what is it? There's not sunny days if there's not days with rain. So, this is a rainy day, but at the end of the day, the sun will rise up tomorrow. We have another crack at this thing next week and, keep rolling.
Here's CJ Stroud doing this after the loss to the Jets on Halloween.
One thing that, the sun will rise the next day and tomorrow, and we'll be able to, play another game next week and be blessed doing it. So, it's not time to hang our head down and feel sorry for ourselves. It's time to answer the call.
It's not just that they repeat the same fucking mistakes every game that's frustrating. It's that we're hearing the same things from these guys after every single game. We're close. The sun will come up tomorrow. It doesn't matter that you wanted to shoot yourself watching us lose to the Jaguars. Tomorrow, I love ya, you're always. Oh, fuck, we did that last week. Super chat me if you want me to play more recorder. No? No? No one? I mean, it's a Catholic school thing, the recorder. And this is like, watching Texans games. Speaking of repetitive, It's starting to turn into like the Our Fathers and Hail Marys. The priest would tell you after confession that you got to do to if you do those, you won't go to hell. You just got to say Hail Mary like 10 times. I don't know what the currency rate is, Hail Marys and Our Fathers. For I don't know, like killing fun are, but yeah, man, that's what the Texans are doing. Maybe you know what? I got another prop. I started smoking. The Texans have made me do this, and I know that my mom's going to be upset about this because, like 3 of my grandparents died from smoking. But like, I'm ripping darts now. I'm smoking. Anyway, you can privately believe that the process is working, and you can privately believe that the sun will come up tomorrow. In a game like football, though, you can't be saying after every single game, we're close when you've won back-to-back division titles. You are one of all of these awful fucking teams that are 0-3. The Saints, Giants, Titans, Jets, Dolphins. You're one of those teams now. Anyway.